15 cozy games coming to Switch and Switch 2. Some have solid dates locked in. Others are still floating around a vague window. I'll give you what's actually confirmed for each one, based on the latest info. Wylde Society, from Studio Drydock, the team behind Wild Flowers. This one's a prequel, set in Edwardian-era Fairhaven, before the events of the first game. You play Vivian Wylde, a witch and socialite who ends up running a magical boarding house. The Loop is building and decorating that house, hosting events for the town's high society, and weaving witchcraft into the day-to-day. There's a ritual system too, used for things like speeding up potion brewing, shifting weather, boosting income, or opening up new areas. It's less about farming and more about social influence and business management, with magic layered on top. It was announced back in December 2024 for PC, with console versions said to not be far behind, though nothing's confirmed. No release date yet. It's still listed as in development. Grave Seasons, from Blumhouse Games and Perfect Garbage. You play an escaped convict who settles into the town of Ashenridge to start a quiet farming life, except someone in town turns out to be a supernatural serial killer. It plays like a normal farming sim on the surface, growing crops, fishing, mining, selling goods, but layered underneath is a murder investigation. You build trust with townsfolk through quests, look for clues, and figure out who the next victim might be before it's too late. You can even end up romancing the killer if that's the direction your playthrough takes. What you choose to grow and harvest apparently feeds directly into how the investigation unfolds, too. It's a genuinely different spin on the cozy farming formula. Grave Seasons releases on Nintendo Switch on August 14th, 2026, alongside PC, PS5, and Xbox Series XS. Wild and Chill, from Wombat Brawler, the studio behind Cast and Chill. This one moves the action off the water and onto land, set deep in the Canadian and Alaskan backcountry. You're building an off-grid cabin while hunting, fishing, trapping, foraging, and crafting your way through the wilderness, all while keeping your firewood dry and the wolves out of camp. There's a wildlife journal to fill out too, with over 40 animal species and more than 20 fish species to track down, and some of them are apparently rumored around the campfire to not even be real. You can play solo or team up with up to 4 players in online co-op. It's confirmed for both Nintendo Switch and Switch 2, but there's no release window yet. Given Cast and Chill only launched in December 2025, this one's likely still a way off. Witchbrook, from Chucklefish and Robotality. You play a witch in training attending Witchbrook College in the seaside city of Mossport, splitting time between classes like potion brewing, broom riding, and divination, and building relationships with classmates and townsfolk around the city. It's been in development for a long time, first teased back in 2016, and it's had multiple delays, most recently getting pushed from a planned winter 2025 window into a broader 2026 release. As of the most recent update in June, Chucklefish says they're focused on platform submissions and final polish before locking in an actual date. It's confirmed for PC, Nintendo Switch, and Switch 2 sometime in 2026, but no specific date has been set. One Piece Grand Gourmet, developed by Kairosoft and published by Bandai Namco. It's a pixel art management sim where you join the Straw Hat crew and Sanji to run a second location of the floating restaurant Baratier. You're gathering ingredients, cooking up dishes, arranging them into menu sets, and decorating the restaurant's interior to keep customers happy. Bandai Namco says over 400 characters from the series show up as staff or customers, presented in a pixel style not used in previous One Piece games. It leans on the anime's chaotic pirate cast and its love of ridiculous food to build the whole gameplay loop around it. One Piece Grand Gourmet releases October 23rd, 2026 on Nintendo Switch, Switch 2, PC, and mobile. Croakwood, from Texel Raptor, the team that made Parkitect. It's a relaxed town-building sim where you're guiding a community of tiny frogs as they settle into an ancient forest full of secrets. You design and place structures, plan out the layout of the town, and unlock buildings like houses and shops as production chains and other jobs come online, with the villagers pitching in on their own once things are set up. It's a slower, hands-off kind of management game compared to most town builders, more about watching the place come together than micromanaging every detail. Croakwood is launching into early access this winter on PC via Steam, no exact date yet. There's currently no Nintendo Switch version confirmed, so Switch owners will need to wait and see if that changes. Hokko Spaces, from Wonderscope Games, a follow-up to Hokko Life. This one's a smaller, more focused experience than the original, closer to something like Tinyglade or Summer House than a full life sim. You're building little dioramas and scenes, and as they grow, friendly animal residents start showing up, which you unlock by completing simple, relaxing goals. There's a camera mode built in too, so you can frame up your favorite scenes with filters and take snapshots once everything looks right. It doesn't have player-created content like the original. Everything's designed specifically for this game. It was announced in June 2026 for Steam and Nintendo Switch, with the developer planning a simultaneous launch across both, but no release date has been set. Everbloom, from Torby Games, now publishing with Fictions. It's a farming and social sim where you're rebuilding a community of quirky townsfolk in a whimsical world, solo or with up to 4 players in co-op. You design and customize your own homestead, from buildings to gardens to cozy little corners, while also fishing, cooking, and breeding flowers by blending seed colors for unique results. Relationships matter here too. You can befriend townsfolk, help them out, and go on dates. It's been in development since it was first announced back in August 2024, and it just resurfaced with a new trailer and publisher partnership in June 2026. Everbloom is set to release on Nintendo Switch 2 and PC in spring 2027. No Switch 1 version has been mentioned. Lou's Lagoon, from Tiny Roar and Megabit. You arrive on the tropical Limbo archipelago after a storm, and your Uncle Lou has gone missing, leaving you his seaplane delivery business. The core loop has you flying between islands, collecting and harvesting resources with a gadget called the Swirler 2000, then crafting and delivering goods to the local communities to keep the business afloat. Along the way, you're piecing together clues about what actually happened to Lou, uncovering treasures hidden across the islands as you go. You can upgrade and customize your seaplane over time to handle storms and rough weather better, and there's a full character customization system for your own look, too. Lou's Lagoon releases August 27th, 2026 on Nintendo Switch, with a Switch 2 version confirmed as well, running at a higher frame rate and resolution. The Witch's Bakery, from Sunny Lab and Silver Lining Interactive. You play Lun, a witch who moves to modern-day Paris to open her own bakery, with the twist that she can see into people's hearts and heal their emotions through magic. Each day is split into 3 phases: daytime, running the bakery and serving customers with your team; evening, exploring Paris and building relationships while uncovering the city's secrets; and night, resting, upgrading your magic, and decorating your space. Baking ties directly into the story, since your pastries are what help you connect with people and heal what's bothering them. The Witch's Bakery launches August 20th, 2026 on Nintendo Switch and Switch 2, along with PC, PS5, and Xbox, with physical editions available too. Froggy Brews, from Komodo Range Studio. You play Froggy, a lonely tea maker returning to his old neighborhood after it's changed a lot over the years. The core gameplay has you brewing custom tea blends for the villagers based on their taste preferences, and as you get to know them better, you start noticing the cracks and parts of their lives they usually keep hidden away, doing what you can to hold the community together, one cup at a time. Outside the tea shop, there's a wider map to explore, filled with colorful biomes where you forage for special ingredients, plus some relaxing minigames scattered around. Certain blends unlock story fragments tied to Froggy's own past too. It's confirmed for Steam, Xbox, PlayStation 5, Nintendo Switch, and Switch 2, with a playable demo already out, but there's no release date yet. Littlelands, developed by Raphael Martin and published by Apogee Entertainment. You play a small, big-headed character exploring a region full of strange characters and magical landscapes. It's a slower-paced game built around your own routine, growing berries, fishing, catching insects with a net, and hunting for buried treasure with a shovel in the safer parts of the map. Or just sitting on a bench watching the sunset if you want to slow down further. There are also more dangerous zones, with enemies like looting goblins, if you want more of a challenge instead. Talking to the region's inhabitants unlocks new skills and clues that lead to further adventures if they take a liking to you. It's confirmed for Nintendo Switch 2 and PC, but the release date is still marked as TBA, so there's no firm timing yet. Harvest Moon, Echoes of Teradea, from Natsume, and it's the series' first entry on Switch 2. You're raised in Bloomfield Village, and things change when mist starts creeping out of the nearby forest of echoes, and wild beasts start appearing at night. Alongside the usual farming and relationship building, there's more exploration this time, with jumping, climbing, and animal companions that each have special abilities to help you cross terrain or break through obstacles. There's also a campsite and travel system, since the world's apparently too big to cover in one day, letting you rest, cook, and meet traveling merchants along the way. Harvest Moon, Echoes of Teradea releases September 24th, 2026 on Nintendo Switch, Switch 2, PS5, Xbox Series X, S, and PC, with physical editions on the console versions. Dragon Quest Monsters: The Withered World, from Square Enix. It stars Bianca and Nira from Dragon Quest V, searching for the fabled Leaves of Life to heal their sick fathers. As with the rest of the Monsters spin-off line, the focus isn't on your own character fighting. It's on recruiting monsters, raising them, and fusing them together to create stronger creatures with new skills. There are over 500 monsters to track down this time, and any of them can follow you around the overworld, regardless of size or type. The last entry, The Dark Prince, landed on Switch back in 2023, so this is a returning series rather than something brand new. The Withered world releases December 3rd, 2026 on Switch and Switch 2, alongside PS5, Xbox Series X, S, and PC. Fields of Mistria from NPC Studio, and my pick for the top spot. You move to the earthquake-damaged town of Mistria to start a new life, farming, fishing, mining, and building relationships with the villagers, while also getting pulled into combat and magic systems that go beyond the usual farm sim loop. It spent 2 years in early access on PC, and the 1.0 version launched on August 5th, 2026, wrapping up the town repair storyline and adding marriage, children, new NPCs, a new home exterior, and a giant chicken mount, among other things. A Nintendo Switch version has been widely expected, given the game's built-in support for Nintendo-style controller prompts, but as of right now, NPC Studio hasn't officially confirmed a Switch release or given any kind of date for one. Whether you enjoy farming, decorating, building friendships, let me know which one you're looking forward to most. And if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.